Let's cross, I think, first to Yorkshire and Humber reporter Anna Riley. She's in Batley. Hi there, Anna.
Good morning, Anne and Stephen. Yes, I'm in Batley this morning. There's been a yellow weather warning in place until 9 o'clock for ice here across West Yorkshire. And the heavy winds of up to 60 to 70 miles an hour have wreaked devastation in certain areas. Here in Batley, we're at Heeley Junior School. As you can see, the tree has fallen and absolutely just ripped apart the nearby fencing. You can see the brickwork here of this wall has come apart. The road had to be closed off down here. You can see where the tree had to be cut apart to let motorists pass. And further along as well, down the wall, there's more wreckage there of the fencing. I don't know how much that's going to cost to repair, but luckily no one was harmed. It is half term at the moment, so there's no children playing in the playground where this tree has collapsed. But this just shows you some of the extent of the winds that this storm has caused. And like you mentioned, it's caused disruption to travel, it's shut roads, it's shut bridges, it's shut attractions as well. And we're braced for more wet weather here in Yorkshire. The Met Office are saying there's flood warnings are out potentially because we're going to get a lot more rain. Even though the storm and the winds are dying down, it's the rain that is coming in next.
Oh, God, it's depressing. It's certainly depressing. Look, thank you, Anna. Let's talk to our East of England reporter, Emilia Harper, who's in Buckinghamshire for us this morning. Well, I mean, I live in Buckinghamshire. It was pretty grim yesterday, Emilia.
Well, it was indeed, because the East of England was hit with that unusual and rare red alert from the Met Office. That happened at about 10 a.m. yesterday. Those winds sweeping in from the southwest through to the east. But here in Buckinghamshire and other parts of the sort of west of the east, if you like, the South Central Ambulance Service actually declared a critical incident yesterday in response to the number of calls they were getting into their 999 line, and also in response to the challenges of getting around from the storm. We had elsewhere in Suffolk, the County Council declared a major incident there. Further south in London, the London Fire Brigade declared a major incident in response to the storm as well. But the Met Office is warning not here in the east, luckily, because actually, as you can probably see around me, the wind has really died down, although it is pretty cold. They are warning in South Wales and along the south coast of England. There's a yellow warning in place still for wind. But actually, looking at the UK power network, there is still a huge chunk of the east without power. We've got over 34,000 homes without electricity in the east. And if we move further south into the southeast, they say that 58,000 people are still without power. Since the storm blew through yesterday, they've returned 84% of people's power to them. However, they also say that the weather caused a month's worth of faults in a day, so we can see just the extent and the damage that the storm caused. They said their equipment has been damaged in more than 1,800 locations.
Well, that's going to take some sorting out. Emilia, thank you.
And our national reporter Bradley Harris is in Porthcawl in Wales. You dried off a bit, Bradley, because last time we saw you, you were, a great wave hit you, nearly obliterated you.
Yeah, I've just about dried off, although the rain is still coming down here in Porthcawl. I've come to my hometown, the county borough of Bridgend. I'm here in the town of Porthcawl, as you say, because 24 hours ago, it was a different story. There was a severe red weather warning from the Met Office, up to 90 miles per hour winds. You can see some of the after effects here. A fence just in the distance there is currently blown over. I'm in a cul-de-sac a bit further inland in Porthcawl. Many people here have been telling me that actually they have been impacted by the storm in many ways, not just with fences blowing over, panels on people's roofs, tiles in fact. And it turns out that one of those people is actually a former teacher of mine. As I say, I've grown up here, and she got in touch with me this morning to say, come and have a look. So we're in her drive. Alex, the cameraman, is just going to pan up and show you just some of the panels that have come off the side of her property here in Porthcawl. That's what some of the gusts of wind have done to her property here in Porthcawl. I'm going to knock on and just speak to Jill Taylor now, a former teacher of mine. It'll be good to get her thoughts on how the storm has impacted. Jill, you're live on GB News. Good to see you again. Former teacher. I know, good to see you.
How are you?
Very good. We've been taking a look at the side of your house.
I can't believe it.
What have the last 24 hours been like then?
The last 24 hours, well, to be honest, when we heard the forecast, I got really anxious. We've lost the dormers before in the past, but we've never had a red warning. And I said to my husband, I don't think they've got it right. Anyway, I woke up in the middle of the night. Oh, my God. I thought, I'm not going to let the dogs out. They'd be like Toto of the Wizard of Oz. They'd be gone. And as the day went on, so it progressed. I was supposed to have gone for an appointment. I cancelled it. Checked on my parents. They were OK. Checked everybody was sort of, you know, down safe and all secure. And then we're supposed to be flying away on Sunday morning, so I kept looking up at the sky.
You're flying tomorrow?
Tomorrow morning, yeah. I'm just really hoping it's going to calm down, Brad. Anyway, so I went into the lounge later on in the morning, and my neighbour just across there, who's really, really, really nervous of COVID and doesn't like going out, was walking quite briskly down the street there, picking up panels of PVC. So I shouted to my husband, I said, oh, Dave, I said, it must be awful. They've lost all their panels over there. And he said, oh, God. I said, do you think you better go and help? He said, no, he'd be all right. Anyway, he came out, Brad, and it wasn't their house. They were panels from my house.
They were your panels?
Yeah. I don't know why I'm laughing, because, like I said, we're going away tomorrow.
Yeah.
And we've got people coming to stay. So I'm hoping that this is the end of it now. And, well, hopefully.
Jill, I mean, we've been at the seafront this morning, and it's been insane. The waves crashing over onto us. Yesterday, it must have been even worse than that.
Well, it was. I mean, like I said, I didn't go down there, but I watched it, and I got a lot of friends on Facebook. They were, you know, covering the media on it. I just couldn't believe the people that were actually standing there taking the photographs, because one reporter, I saw a wave go right over her. There was a local restaurant opposite the seafront. They lost a table and bench. That was just lifted and went blowing out towards the sea, you know. And the harbour, we've been having all day, and there's a lot of work been going on there. And, well, if you'd seen the waves coming over, good job nobody got injured. I mean, we've been lucky here in Porthcawl, I think. I don't think we've had any tragedies, thank God. But, well, no, like I said, I've never seen a red warning, and I really don't want to see one again.
Well, Jill, I hope you can get on your holiday tomorrow. Good to chat to you and see you again. Like I say, Jill Taylor, a resident here in Porthcawl and my former teacher as well. Really good to chat to her and actually find out how this storm is having an impact on people here in Porthcawl.